And okay, yeah. The Pancernik. What is this tank? Is it good? Should I get it? Well, it has the highest alpha at tier 9 except for the Type 5's big derpy gun. And it's got a reload for it, let me tell you, look at this. Horrifically inaccurate, long ass aim time, horrendous gun dispersion factors, slow, okay gun depression, decent health, and okay view range. So what's the armor like? Is it any good? Well, it's the classic medium tank armor. Yep, I'm still at it. Why I say medium tank armor is because this tank's hull armor is just never good no matter what you do. Even if you angle it like this, the lower plate is what, 215? Tier 8 tanks firing standard ammo can go through this, and it's supposed to be a higher tier heavy. Kind of a super heavy at that since it weighs 100 tons. Okay, but the turret is good. Yeah, it is. In a hull down, where you're using your gun depression. In that case, yes. You are hiding your cupola, even with gold, people aren't going to go through you. But when you're not in a hull down, you've got actually quite a few weak spots. This, you try to side scrape. Yep, like I said, Wargaming does not like it when people side scrape. You will not side scrape, okay? And the cupola is here. So this is a medium tank, because this gameplay revolves around this tank just going from hull down to hull down, right? Very slowly, might I add. And this thing is an artillery magnet. This thing cannot take artillery at all. 40 millimeters at the top and 30 on the engine deck. It is extremely annoying. Every time you get hit by artillery in this thing, you take 300, 400 damage. It is so ridiculously annoying because you can't avoid it. You're so slow. But here's the worst part, is that this tank is on the Russian server, but at tier 10 and is a reward. Let me show you. Here it is. Reward Polish heavy tank at tier 10. Does 560, good DPM, yada yada yada. And this is just what really annoys me. As you can see, this tank has 4 tracks, right? Does that mean it has some special reserve track mechanic? No, because Wargaming are lazy and incompetent and they don't want to bother doing any of that stuff. On RU it has it. You can see here on the track health and repair time, there are 2 figures for each one, right? Separated by this slash, 250 slash 250. That's because it actually does have 4 tracks. So if this track, for example, breaks, you could still drive because this one's intact. So we don't even get this cool, interesting mechanic. Like, we're expected to spend $1,000, $1,500 for these loot boxes, and they can't even be fucked to add a new mechanic to the tank that has a new mechanic on just the other server? Are you kidding me? It doesn't stop there, by the way. This is how I know that Wargaming and less to share content, because obviously these tanks are on both servers, but this tank is just better made on the Russian server. Let me prove it to you. Look at this. You see how this plate is angled. It's like a chamfer, right? And as you can see, that makes it an auto ricochet. So that's quite nice. If someone's aiming here, they might miss and hit that ricochet. That makes this armor quite nice. Okay, let's go and look at the Wargaming version. You know, the one we're stuck with. Okay, same model, right? It's got the chamfer here. But it's not part of the hitbox. So, you know what that means? Look at this, right? You can shoot nothing and damage this tank. Right here. You can shoot at absolutely nothing and damage this tank. Wargaming is charging thousands of dollars for tanks that aren't even modeled properly. And we're all such suckers that people are like, oh, the Pancernik, it's pretty decent and you should get it. It's actually worth. No, the fuck it isn't. Why would you play this tank when you could play the XM57? What, so you could have 20 more alpha damage, a tier higher, and less pen? Don't try to bullshit me with, oh, this tank is good, it's worth it, it's the highest performing. I don't give a fuck. Why would I want to play this tank? It's poorly designed, it's missing features that it has on other servers, and there are tanks that are a lower tier and do it better. Okay, Chems, are you just being harsh to try and discourage people from buying the boxes, and you're not giving an objective review of the tank, and you're just going to trash every tank that's in these loot boxes just because of the loot boxes? No. Like, for example, the Grom is in the loot boxes, and if you had every tank except the Grom, and so after your 40 or 50, whatever it is, boxes, you were guaranteed to get the Grom, I would say yes. 100% gamble for the Grom. Get it. The Grom is fantastic. It's fantastic in pubs, it's meta in frontline, and it's meta in the last stand mode. It's just a great tank. And you can't really get that style of tank anywhere else except for the tier 8 tech tree, but the tier 8 tech tree does less damage. So all in all, the Grom is unique, powerful, and fun because of its alpha damage. So what is this tank? Well, it's kind of boring because it's slow, has a huge reload, horrible accuracy, dispersion, everything. This tank is just drive around, every once in a while hit someone for 650. Well, the XM57 does that, and it's a tier lower, and you don't have to spend thousands of dollars to get it. Like, even if this tank was sold alone, as a standalone tank, just like a regular premium, why would you get this? Anyway, let's go look at their replays. Okay, so the Pancernik on mines. This is not actually that terrible of a map for this tank, because this tank is quite slow, and mines is small. So you can get to where you need to be relatively quickly. However, I don't think this thing's even fast enough to shoot people going up the hill. Maybe it is, but it's usually hard to get an angle on them. But anyway, look, there's an EBR over here. Okay, let's see if I can lead this shot. All right, and oh, it went right over his head. I think I aimed that pretty well, but oh well. So stopping there means I'm kind of stuck here now, and this is not really a good place to be. So if I can cross when I can, I should. Or I can farm up anybody that's over here. All right, is there anybody here? Aiming and aiming. So yeah, right off the rip, we're not in exactly an ideal environment, right? Sniping with this thing. But we have nothing better to do. So it looks like they're actually not poking or anything, so I can cross this, and yeah, this thing's pretty slow, but honestly, considering it's 100 tons, it's not that slow, and you could pull off some pretty decent rams in this thing. You know, not like 1,000 damage or whatever, but good old love taps to get people on one-shots or whatever. Anyway, here's a TL7, and he's shooting someone else. He at least fired one, that's 2. Okay, he's probably only got 2 left. So, I'm gonna put a shot into him and hopefully bounce his other 2 shots, but if he's loading gold, I'm not gonna hold my breath. So, let's just, couple ammo. You gotta aim this a little bit, because this reticle is huge. Chems, if the gun handling is so bad, why don't you use vert stabs? Well, to be honest, even with vert stabs, this tank's dispersion factors are fucking horrendous. So yeah, I'm not gonna rely on snapshotting. I'm just gonna aim everything. If you aim everything, you don't need vert stabs. It does make you aim faster, but this tank has such a long reload that you have plenty of time to aim. It's kind of like in how the KPZ video, the one from the RU server, I didn't use vert stabs for some maps because, again, your reload is so damn long, you're better off just aiming, right? So, not too bad. We're already on 1800 damage, but to be fair, no one's really shot me back, right? So, now, this is the part of mines that's kind of annoying because a Yag Tiger will basically auto-pen me everywhere. So, can't really push that side. Although, yes, the Yag Tiger is over here. I don't really know if he's still there, and there could be other TDs that are there, so I'm not gonna test my luck, right? In order to push, first of all, over there, we have to get rid of this E50M. Or, no, E50. So that's what I'm gonna do now. Alright, let's go. This is kind of a stupid idea, because I can get shot in the side by TDs, but it's like, you know, I gotta do something, right? And, okay, yeah. I did not aim that at all. And I got a full HP ammo rack. So, yeah, guys. Yeah. 1 in 1,000 games. That's the kind of replays that are worth showing for this tank. Tried to hit third person that through the wall. Missed. I think maybe only his turret was exposed. Or maybe it just missed. I don't know. But now we know there's a shit barn there. And oh, an E100. But our Type 71 is a one-shot. This versus an E100? Not ideal. However, the E100 is playing very passively. He's not actually, like, moving in to kill this guy. Yeah. I just took 860 from a shit barn non-pen. Non-pen. In this super heavy. This is, like, this is supposed to be a super heavy, right? It's 100 tons. But it is a super heavy. And you'll see in a moment, I look back to see, how the hell could he splash me for 800? And I actually don't know. Either it was the gun mantlet, or this upper plate shot right here. Both of which are, I think, thick parts of the armor. Although, maybe it was the upper plate shot because it hit a thin plate. And you know what I realized is that if high explosive hits a plate that it can overmatch because the caliber of the gun is twice that of the armor thickness, or 3 times. No, wait. Holy fuck. Did I really just forget what it is? Oh my god. Whatever. It will do exactly half the HE damage. So 1750 divided by half is still, it's around 800 and, what was it? Yeah, 863, because it's not exactly half. It takes that half value and then does the plus or minus 25% RNG on that. So that's actually insane that you can splash this thing on its upper plate with a shit barn for 850 HE. See, this is what I would expect from my version of the artillery, right? Remember how I said artillery is going to splash for huge damages? This is what I agree with, because, first of all, the artillery has twice the reload as the shit barn. Second of all, you can see the tracer coming, and it's significantly slower, so I could have dodged that shot. If I just sat and was slow, then yes, I should eat 863 damage. That's my fault, I didn't react. But this shit barn, man, he just clicked. I had no way of knowing that shit's gonna happen, and it just splashes me for 860 damage. Holy fuck. So that kind of, I guess that bullshit HE splash kind of balances out the full HP ammo rack, right? Well, maybe half balance it out. He'd have to splash me again for it to be fair. Anyway, you may have noticed that because we've taken the middle, I can actually just drive up here. No problem. And okay, here's an E100. Bang. Splendid. 6,000 damage. Not too bad. Not too bad. To be fair though, like I said, nothing has really shot back at me except for a shit barn and an arty, which took off 1,000 HP, by the way. You know, like I said in the tank review, this tank does not do very well with HE. And if that 261 shot hit me, that probably would have been 300 more HP gone. Now, here's the awkward part of mines, is trying to dig out the base campers. The best way to push their base is around here. Just, there's 2 problems with that. 1, shit barn, right? Anything that's fast enough to cross this gap in a reasonable amount of time is getting one-shotted. Second problem, I'm slow. I can trundle my way slowly here, slowly, and get farmed by a bunch of people before I make it. So, it's really the worst case scenario. Slow tank can't make it, fast tank can't make it because of shit barn. So, I'm just gonna sit here, and I saw that arty tracer, and maybe I'll blind him, but really, the shit barn has really bad camo, right? And I'm hoping, if this guy pokes, because he's been already poking so far, right? He's poked at least 2 times, fired, and he didn't get lit. He probably is confident that he can poke a 3rd time and not get lit. But now that I'm here staring this down, I think I'm close enough to spot him. So I have HE loaded. It doesn't show. I guess it's a replay bug, but I have HE loaded because I'm waiting for him to poke. I think, well, he's done it twice already without getting lit. Why would the 3rd time be any different, right? If the arty fires again, I might blind him because this shit barn doesn't look like he's gonna poke. And the GW just killed the concept. That's good. We're not going to get proxied anymore. So, oh, splendid. See? Perfect. That shot almost missed, but yeah, that was an HE round. I kind of wanted to save it for the shit barn, but I guess the arty will do. So, what would you do in this situation right now, guys? Would you continue to side scrape this? Or would you try to trundle along with this S-Conk? Well, I'm going to sit here because the S-Conk is doing all the hard work for me. If he gets one-shotted by the shit barn, at the very least he'll get spotted and I can shoot him. But as you can see, they've actually, the arty just killed the Eric concept. So there's only 3 of them left, which means I think I'm confident I can go down. If I die, the game's not going to end, and I can get more damage if I go down here, right? So, Yag Tiger, okay, he's dead. I really want to get my HE shot in the shit barn because I think he's full. Yep, he is full. And there he is. So, is the S-Conk going to shoot him? he's not poking. So this shit barn pretty much played perfectly, right? He took the shots that he could take, and then maybe he saw me go up the hill and decided now is no longer the time to poke. So let's just do that. Perfect. That's a nice juicy 800 HE. Despite this being a 152, it doesn't actually do 910 HE, which is kind of a bummer. Anyway, I did actually check Tanks GG. Yeah. Where did that one hit? That one hit my turret front, and it still did 820 damage. Wow. What? See that? 820 damage from the turret front? That's just inexcusable. I don't know what he hit there. But yeah, I did check Tanks GG, and this thing does have more module damage. Like, its gun does more module damage than the 60 TP. So that probably explains the E50M, or the E50 ammo rack. But yeah, so the E50 ammo rack is balanced out by the two 800 damage rolls, or shots I took from the shit barn, okay? It balanced out, don't you think? Anyway, so that's 8,000 damage, but to be fair, I wasn't really challenged. I just shot and poked and shot, right? No one really shot back except for a shit barn, which fucked me up, by the way. The shit barn fucked me up. Anyway, on to the next replay. Alright guys, this replay is something else, man. This is one of those replays, okay? You guys are in for a treat. And I didn't say the treat would be sweet. Okay? Yeah. So we're on this map, Pilsen, and yeah, unfortunately. So we're gonna head to the heavy side, and oh look, people are staring at me already. They knocked down the thing, they want to shoot me when I'm poke, and oh, yeah. Yeah, I swear to God, I don't have CCRNG, okay? We all get lucky sometimes, right? Of course. I mean, I got a bit unlucky there. You hit my ammo rack, so you know, you win some, you lose some. Anyway, that's all the luck I'm getting this round, right? I'm not really sure how that penned. I think a 152 can overmatch the S-Conk. I think. Sounds familiar. If that's the case, then, well, that's only half bullshit. At the time, I was like, well, that's like double bullshit, right? Like, not only did I hit, but I somehow penned. I thought I would ricochet, but no, I think it is an overmatch. So it's only half bullshit, the fact that I hit. And look, I swear, guys, I swear, I don't have CCRNG. And later in the replay, I'll prove it to you. Anyway, check this out, okay? Can you sit still, please? Yeah. I mean, this is just kind of World of Tanks, and this is, again, over and over again, why I say improved aiming and vents, they're cope equipments, because you saw those first two shots I hit? Well, I didn't have any of those equipments on. But now that I'm fully aimed, you think I'm gonna hit this T-54D's turret once, or his cupola once? Think about it. Ask yourself, do you think I'm gonna hit it once this game? The answer is, we'll see. So, normally, what you would want to do is just cross this big open gap, so you can have like a more dynamic fight, but this tank's too slow and there's too much of a crossfire at the moment, so you just gotta sit here and wait. Although, look at that contender. And look at that E5. Okay. Okay, I feel a little more confident going up now. I'm not gonna be alone and I'm not gonna die alone, right? So, we're gonna make our way here. Who shall I go for? Well, I do not have the accuracy or the pen to go through a T-54D. But this Conqueror is right there, and his friends aren't looking, as you can see. So, let me just come here and there we go. Look, that one crit. Engine. Okay? So, I recommend, if you have this tank, for some fucking reason, really, I don't see why you would get this tank, but if you have it, you should get the, is it Deadeye, or, I don't know, whatever the one that makes your module, or it increases your module damage, because look, he fixed his engine, and I just damaged it again, so, this guy is not happy. Is it worth taking another shot? Maybe. Let's see. Because once this guy is killed, it'll open up my team, right? Oh, or it'll allow my team to move up over here, right? So, we got him good. That's 3,500 damage, but it was kind of gift-wrapped to me, right? I shot the ass of him 3 times, uncontested. Well, uncontested by him. That admittedly was a shitty shot. I wasn't expecting him to turn, right? You would think if he's trying to escape the person aiming, he would go that way, but he turned. I couldn't predict that, so oh well. Okay, let's move up. Let's see if we can get any more damage. So, if you're wondering why this replay will be funny, have a look at J1. Yes, okay, this top tier Leopard, he's up 2 tiers, and he's already there, even though there's no reason to be there just yet. Like, he could, if he wanted to play like a bitch, he could be at G5 and at least get some shots. But for some reason, he has decided he wants to go straight to J1 and sit there. Anyway, we can't push this side because there's a Leopard at A1. Says it right there. So let's see, maybe I can get a side shot. Nope. It's, you know, the Leopard being at J1, it's kind of annoying, but we got a lot of people at the other corner of the map. And if I move up to here, we'll have him in a crossfire, right? Well, that'll be good. So let's see, what is the Leopard doing now? Okay, he's decided he will move towards the cap. No, he's changed his mind. He's going back to J1. No, he's going in... I don't know what he's doing. Anyway, look at the same time. Oh, yeah. Yes, yes, yes. And okay. Oh, I'm glad the accuracy worked that time. That's not a guaranteed hit, my friend. Let's look back at our friend in the Leopard. He's, what is he doing? Okay. It's fine. We got plenty of... Oh. Okay, this has to hit. Aim. 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 Okay, good. See, this is what I mean by not needing vert stabs. I'm going to fully aim anyway, and oh, fuck. Look, these guys came at the exact optimal time. That was a good play. Not gonna lie. Playing together as a team. Anyway, this Leopard's a one-shot, right? So, if I can just, no, he's not gonna poke. He's smarter than that, right? So... let's try and dig myself in so I can shoot and not be shot back. Okay, let's go like this. There. Will he poke in front of me? No. I don't know. He should poke there. And maybe I will think about that in a moment. Will I? Yeah, I will. Good. I'm not a shitter. Yeah, look. Unfortunately, yeah, that was not ideal. But let's actually push this guy and make a hull down. Except it's, you know, this tank's quite tall and it has a cupola, right? Yeah, that shot on the Leopard was pretty bad. And watch this. Okay. You ready? So... you see this, right? That's the shot, correct? Nothing is blocking the Leopard, or nothing is blocking the shot from hitting the Leopard, correct? Well, yeah. So, at first I thought, I guess I'm a shitter. I was aiming at the gun and I didn't realize it. It wasn't until like 3 days ago where I learned there's actually a gun bug in the game, and according to Kaizu, it's been here for like 6 months. Goes to show you how much I play pubs, right? So, a bug in the game that has been around for 6 months costed my life. I died because of that. I sure hope this won't have any ramifications for later. It's fine. This Leopard is full health. He didn't use the double bush, and now they know he's here, but he has most of his health. He should be able to finish off what we started. There's a 2 one-shots, and I guess the PTA is a 3-shot. The thing is, though, he has good HE, so realistically, he could one-shot everything and 2-shot the Leopard PTA. Alright, you're gonna double bush? Good job. I don't know, try fucking aiming, dude. Try aiming. Okay, you're in a Leopard. Okay. First of all, that Leopard was kind of a moron for that. Like, what you think you're gonna cross this in front of a Leopard? You think he's not gonna spot you? And then this dude is also a moron because, well, he snapshotted it. Players like these will sit in the forums and be like, I guess there is no forums anymore. They'll sit in Discords and YouTube comment sections and be like, the Leopard sucks, I miss every shot. Yeah, that's a skill issue. Like, it literally is a skill issue. This tank is fantastic. You know what else is a skill issue? Cope. Running improved aiming on the Leopard. You're like the most accurate medium tank in the game. And you think that 5% to your accuracy is going to do shit? Come on, dude. Come on. You know it doesn't. You're just coping. Anyway, here's the thing, guys. You're a top tier medium against tier 8s, and you are full HP or almost full HP. You should be going in and just killing everything. You should just be using your HP to secure kills and finish the game. This kind of passive playing doesn't work. Like, everybody somehow thinks, I'm gonna hold up a defense in this strong location, and I'll shoot them and they'll never be able to reach me. That never works. It never fucking works outside of very specific scenarios. We've seen the scenarios, right? You're in a tank that has very good camo and the enemies don't have view range and they can't see you. You pen every shot, they have their one shots, etc, etc. This is one of those games, except it's even easier, okay? They're all squishy targets that are one shots or two shots. And you're almost full HP. So what's gonna happen? I'm gonna speed it up. I know most of you probably don't play like this, but given that there's going to be like, 50,000 people that watch this video roughly, it's safe to say, okay, he killed the Leopard, good job. It's safe to say at least a few of you play like this. Don't play like this. Remember in my Medved video, when I spotted the guys in the cap circle? I just Zerg rushed in. And that was the right play because catch them off guard, kill them before they have their gun bearing down on you. Now, the reason I lost is because I missed and low rolled, right? That's different. That's a skill issue for microing. But this, okay, dude, they have 1200 HP. You have 1400 HP. If you basically put one shot into them without them seeing you, you basically secure the match, even if you get spotted. You just kill them before they kill you. So now they're capping. What are you gonna do? Well, I'm pinging over there. You know why? Because that's a good spot to go to reset the cap. You can surprise poke them here and shoot them before they realized it and got their gun on you. And, stop wasting time, dude. You are quite close. There's a decent chance he spots you and you are completely out of position. Don't get closer to him. Why are you getting closer to him? He's gonna see you. He has like a hull down, hard target. You're in the middle of the open. Alright, take the long way so you don't get spotted. Okay, you got plenty of time. No, we're taking the short way? Alright. Well, I hope you shoot and hit him, right? Nope, okay. He, by sheer luck, has that tree in front of him that masked his position until he fired. Okay, now they both know you're here. The other guy is going to be gunning it for you. Are you going to go to where I pinged so you can kill this guy or at least get a reset? No, you're going to do it the hard way, are we? Oh, congrats, you got a shot and he didn't shoot you back. Okay. So that other Leopard is going to be coming any moment now. You can see where I'm looking. Like, okay, this Leopard's fast and he hasn't poked in front of him. Oh, there he is. The enemy team is just as shit as this guy. I mean, what was that shot, dude? But, alright, aim. Okay, you aimed, but seems like you didn't have quite the shot. Why don't you take the long way and kill the one-shot Leopard? Not this way. You're gonna get spotted. And you just got shot once. Okay. Now you're gonna aim at this guy, are you? Good. Focus the one shot. Get his gun out of the game. Okay, you took a nice you snapshot, okay? Why don't you go around so you have some cover? And look at the enemy. They suck too. And now you're a one shot and the guy in the cap is a two shot. And you're gonna just YOLO in like this. Who do you think you are? You think you're like fucking the Doom guy from Doom Eternal or some shit? Oh yeah, you're gonna go hull down against another hull down as a one shot. Wow. Dude. Exactly. In the chat. This is the easiest win ever. Why make it so hard? How? Yeah. Lol, this guy. I'm not even mad that the Leopard played like shit, okay? Fine, he played like shit, I don't care. I'm mad that that shot basically lost us the game. Like, that shot bouncing the Leopard, that was unlucky. Shit happens. But this is a bug that should never have happened. Honestly, fuck you, Wargaming, for not fixing this. 6 months, and you still haven't fixed it? Yeah. Okay. Anyway, that was quite depressing. Let's go on to the next replay. Alright, Lakeville, the Pancernik, and we're not top tier. I'll just be honest with you, this will not be a good game, but it will show what this tank is like. Very, very well. So, as you can see with the turbo and the field mod, they're not actually that slow on a downhill slope, a slight downhill. That's not too bad for ramming. It's just that when you're stationary and you try moving around, you can't really get to where you need to be in like a brawl. Like how you saw with me fighting those leopards. But, regardless, let's see what we can do on this map. So, yeah, this tank, its armor, non-existent. Its gun, extremely annoying and derpy. Basically, its only good qualities is that it's very strong when it's hull down and using its gun depression. And it has 600 alpha. You know what else fills that role? I don't know, XM57. And if you insist, it's tier 9, T30 does the same thing. So, yeah, why would you spend thousands of dollars on loot boxes to get this tank? Makes no fucking sense to me. See, that's the thing. If Wargaming, if they're gonna go to this length to upset the community, and they know they're gonna upset the community with tiered loot boxes like this, they know it's gonna happen, and you want to sell them, why don't you put the EBR-75 and the BZ-176 in the boxes? If there was the EBR-75 in these boxes, I would have spent $1,000 to get it. No questions asked. I don't give a fuck. You can cry all you want, but I play this game to have fun, and to have fun means to have the EBR-75. But they didn't. Instead, they put a bunch of boring junk tanks. So, they kind of fucked up, really. I know a lot of people are contemplating buying the boxes for the Grom, basically. Which, that's reasonable. The Grom is quite a unique tank, I'm sure you'll agree. But, yeah, this, I don't know. It's not that unique, it's not that special, it's not that fun, really. There's nothing fun about getting auto-penned and then missing every shot you fire. Like that one. I got lucky that it hit his turret front, but that's not where I was aiming. And I got lucky that he bounced me, because he can pen my lower plate, no problem. Because he's firing gold. He has like 310 or 315, whatever. Anyway, let's see. Let's push this guy. We can get a hull down and... Look at this. Okay, let's shoot his driver's hatch. That bounced. It bounced his driver's hatch with gold. Anyway, this is quite a nice position because I'm hoping that my cupola is hidden because I'm shooting in between the turret and the hull here. Anyway, to pen an E75, you can shoot anywhere in the turret front or the turret roof. And okay, already for 300. So much for being a super heavy, right? Okay. Type 5 heavy. How about this time? The corner plate, driver's hatch. No, again. It bounced. And that's not the driver's hatch. That's like a gun port. And it is actually weaker. Like the armor's weaker there. You can see it's green. It's fucking green and I'm bouncing because it went an inch lower and hit the angled part. Okay, how about now? Finally. There's no fucking way that one would miss. Anyway, this is quite a nice location. I should get a huge amount of damage this match because this is like as good of a hull down as it gets, right? I've got a tiny sliver to stick my gun out. Alright, corner plates. No. Okay. That wasn't gonna pen. Not gonna take the shot. How about this guy? No. Alright. We're getting capped out, which is not very good. Hopefully someone can reset. Definitely not gonna be me because I'm not fast enough to get to that cap circle. But as you can see, this gun, it's just not enjoyable to use, man. Okay, I can't see the A75. Oh boy. Fucking T133 is coming, guys. Alright, can I get the little... There we go. Perfect. Thank you, Pancernik, for hitting that shot. So, yeah, we're in a bit of a tough situation. I mean, you look at the map, we're not winning any part of the map. And these two E75s, so I guess it's one now. One of them died. Alright, this has to hit, right? Okay, thank God. 400 from the arty. 400. This is supposed to be a super heavy. And I'm getting my ass handed to me by an artillery. He's firing the damaging rounds, I think. I didn't get stunned from that. Anyway, contender. I think this is where I fuck up, because I don't really know how to pen a contender. I'll be honest with you. I don't play this game enough to know much about these new tanks. Anyway, corner plate? No. That's literally a weak spot. It's the corner plate, but he's angling, so it's flat towards me. And I guess I must have just low rolled the pen, and here we go, already with 300. Like, this is... Why the hell would you want to play this tank, man? It's just so fucking painful. And now, I didn't realize it, but... The, not that entire thing. The viewport is not actually part of the hitbox. It's only the cupola, like... I don't know how to describe it. And this guy's gun is perfectly in the way to block it. And I see, okay, turret ring. Turret ring? I don't really know. I don't really know what I was aiming at there. But, okay. Arty for 320 again. I took one penetrating shot from a tank. The rest is arty. And then shitters are like, artillery is used to dig out heavies and you know, just dodge the artillery, play smart. There's nothing you can do. This is all cope. You like being at an advantage in your little top-down view, and you will find any bullshit reason to justify it. Artillery should be removed from the game, but yeah, well, that's never gonna happen. So now that I'm 475 HP, I have no idea if we're gonna win this game. Like, if I was full HP, minus the shot from the contender, yeah, I'd say I could win this game. I'd have enough HP to get shit done. But now, I don't. Because artillery splashes this thing for 300 to 400, which is crazy. So, all that work for 4,000 damage, a measly 4,000. I know it might sound impressive, right? For some people, right? 4,000 is good, but I had like the ultimate best position you could ever ask for. And instead of getting like 8k, I'm at 4. And like, I don't want to poke that type because he can one-shot me and I'm never bouncing that. And this contender, if he switches to his mode, he can double me, so... You know, there's that, and oh shit. Here comes the shit barn. Couldn't save my friend, but... Oh my god. Okay, luck saved me there. He actually ricocheted off the cupola there. So, there. Finally got some fucking luck. Anyway, there's that son of a bitch arty. I'm not capping. I want his fucking head. I want him dead. So I think what I do in this match is try to give deceptive tactics. So that's where the arty is. I look at it and I think, I'm not going to ping it. I'm going to... There it is. The arty's there. It's not even that I want the damage. I want him for myself. He's fucking mine. And look, the 5120 is falling for it. Splendid. Absolutely splendid. He is fucking mine. No one else gets him. This dude has done like 1,800 damage to me. It's ridiculous. He's mine. Son of a bitch. Yeah. Chems, why don't you play pubs? It's the fucking worst aspect of this game. Just play Frontline, Steel Hunter. Play all the game modes. They're much funner. Anyway, there's one last replay. Oh, I'll show that to you now. Okay, Chems. You're top tier. You're fighting tier 7s. Can you at least have a good match now? I mean, Paris is not a very good map, to be honest, but when you're top tier and everything's a frontal engagement down at the south and you're fighting lower tiers, surely then you can have a good game, right? Yeah, I think in theory that should be true. Let's see if it's true in reality. So, we're gonna trundle our way over here and... okay. Interesting spotting technique. Inv Pro. Yes, that was kind of a smooth brain move. I forgot that you can get shot from over here. Yeah, well, at least I returned the favor. So, Inv Pro, how is this working out for you, going over here? I get that this map kind of blows for you, but why did you think this would be the spot to be at? Anyway, we've gotten to our position, and I've lost enough health to now be a tier 8 TD with hardening. Okay. That's fine. It's fine. We got to our position. What's with these paid actors, dude? I actually got him there. Not too bad. If it looked like I fired too late, ping. Don't worry. It's just a ping, okay? So, a VK 100. That's kind of a juicy target, because with heat, he's realistically not going to bounce me, but Conqueror. Okay. Load heat for the Conqueror. Inch forward, and... What? How do you aim perfectly like this, and inch forward, and whatever, and still miss? Okay, it's fine. Just try again. Didn't take any damage for it, so it's not like I lost anything. There we go. Kill this commander. Okay, good. So, let's see if we could just keep doing this over and over again. Chew him up till he's dead. This tank doesn't have much DPM, but they're basically just sitting here waiting for me to farm them. This has the potential to be a pretty good game. Just do that same thing again. Perfect. This VK is going to come and do that. Okay, he missed. Good. I think I will probably reload before he does. He's got a big gun as well. He doesn't have good DPM. So, I could side scrape this, but if they just overpoke, they will hit my lower plate anyway, right? Because, see? Can't really do much about that. And he penned me with standard. A higher tier super heavy, and he penned me with standard. Now you could say, good, tank should have weak spots and be able to be penetrated with standard. Okay, fine. But just know that when you play your super heavy, you're going to be penned with standard by tanks lower tier than you. So, why would you gamble for this tank? I don't get it. He's nice little high roll, so I get to kill him, and okay, good. He bounced that shot, or missed that shot. Now I can move up and chew this guy up. Although 360 Alpha, I think he's using the stock gun, right? Smaller one. Do I want to poke and take a shot from him? Oh, okay. Fine. He penned my Cupola with standard. Fair enough. Again, super heavy, but... like... is the Type 4 heavy overpowered? No. In fact, it's actually quite garbage. But you still need gold to pen that. Pretty much everywhere. This tank... you don't even have to load gold. And, alright, buddy. What are you doing here? Okay. Don't tunnel vision. He can't shoot me, but his buddy can. Let's get out of here and, yep, of course. Well, let's take care of this guy. It's not a one-shot because this jackass decided he's gonna do that, and his friend was allowed to put a shot into me. But as you can see, being top tier against tier 7s, admittedly no tier 7 shot me, it was all higher tiers, but that was quite lucky. It went through his turret, but oh well. I guess we all need a little bit of luck, right? But yeah, I've only blocked 900 damage, or I guess 1,000 damage. And I've taken 2,000. Oh, well, this armor just doesn't work. What this tank is just a big mobile gun. That when hull down plus gun depression, you're strong. That's it. But yeah, if I'm getting my ass handed to me by lower tiers this easily with standard ammo, you can imagine what this tank's like against tier 10s. But yeah. But it's still decent game, and of course, like I said, this tank cannot take artillery at all. Not even in the slightest. So, yeah. After you've been penned 30 times by lower tiers, you get finished off by arty. Because this tank doesn't really have armor. So, look, people will say, oh, the Pancernik, it's not that bad. It's quite good. Okay, fine. Sure. If it was like a premium you could buy for 50 bucks. Sure. Maybe it's fine. But a premium that you have to gamble $1,000 for? Why? Why would you gamble for this? There's so many better tanks. Really? To have the EBR-75, I would say, yeah, gamble your heart out. Honestly, go for it. But Pancernik? Who cares? I mean, this tank's so meh. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video.